Good day, everyone. My name is Kądzielska, and this is Poland Daily Culture. Do you remember the person in your class who knew everything about something? My today's guest is the one. She knows almost everything about art. Justyna Napiórkowska is my today's guest. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you very much for your invitation.
Will you share some knowledge today with Poland Daily Culture?
With pleasure.
But at first, as always, let's start with some shots of the paintings which we're going to talk about. As an artistic director of Katarzyna Napiórkowska Art Gallery, you are in fact in charge of what's going to be there and showed and exhibit. And right now you have an exhibition of Andrzej Borowski paintings and his art. Tell us more about him. He's an artist in his 50s, but not so well known in Poland, not the first line of Polish artists, but still extremely interesting.
Maybe not yet. Not yet. This is something that we also appreciate very much in our activity, to be discovering artists and then bringing those discoveries to larger public. Andrzej Borowski studied at the Art Academy in Krakow. This is one of major Polish art academies. It's a great artistic milieu which strongly formed also this artist. We had the pleasure to showcase his art since his graduation, so it has been more than 20 years now, and it gave us also the opportunity to follow his artistic path, in which, in my opinion, he went through a very peaceful career from being an interesting young artist towards becoming one of the classics of Polish contemporary art scene. Somehow the last exhibition that we are exhibiting strongly showcased some very important moment in his artistic endeavor. Andrzej Borowski, several years ago, he went for a plein air to southwestern France. And being there in the beautiful landscape of the plein air ambience atmosphere, all of a sudden he found out that he was looking for something different. He called it the third horizon. He was really struck by the landscapes that he saw at the time. It was a little bit after the touristic season, and he was standing in front of huge fields of sunflowers and lavender, and all of a sudden he felt somehow something very deeply in his soul, how much the rhythm of nature with also the arrival towards the winter of nature struck him, and he was just standing still in front of this amazing landscape, and it made him open the whole cycle of new paintings, in which somehow I suppose that he really manages to convey the feeling of the artist while he's painting. This is something that he has very much in common with Vincent van Gogh, who is a huge inspiration for him. If we look at paintings of Vincent van Gogh, I suppose that one of the biggest qualities of his art, something that really makes us breathless when we stand in front of Van Gogh's paintings, is that Van Gogh really manages on the space of canvas to convey his feelings, his fears, his fascinations, his passion for life, passion for landscape, his passion for the beauty of nature. Somehow this is not the obvious beauty of nature. Sometimes this beauty is, we would say with normal words, a little bit ugly, but this ugliness somehow is becoming fascinating for the artist. So somehow we can feel this special moment that the artist has daily in his life, like standing in front of the blank canvas, standing in front of the tabula rasa, and feeling this energy which makes him create. This is really something which strikes us in art of Andrzej Borowski.
And which kind of paintings you're going to exhibit during in your gallery?
Most of recent paintings by Andrzej Borowski are landscapes. There are also some still lifes. We call them landscapes, but they would be some kind of spiritual landscape. So somehow the view that is represented on the canvas is just a call for the artist to showcase something different, to showcase the moment in his life. And I suppose that in such a way, paintings, which are a very traditional mean of art nowadays, permit us to be very contemporary also, because it permits us a real introspection into our feelings. And I suppose that nowadays people have really rare opportunities to be with themselves, to be really able somehow to meditate over the time, because we are in constant rush. And art which gives some kind of perspective, which somehow, like in question of, like in the case of Andrzej Borowski, permits to view the third horizon, as the artist puts it. It's the ability of looking for something more in our lives also. So somehow art becomes the form of meditation. It also becomes a form of asking ourselves about some most essential things in our life. There is also another important inspiration for Andrzej Borowski. It's Anselm Kiefer, artist who was is well known for his historical interest. He is dealing in his art with the tragic 20th century history, and we can't avoid it. 21st century art comes after the 20th century, which was a devastating time, which showed how the civilization might fall. And this is also somehow present in the art of Andrzej Borowski in a very discreet way, but we have the feeling that his art represents the artist who is conscious of the fragility of civilization, fragility which is also seen in nature, which is under the hands of human beings, which is treated by human beings, like those fields of sunflowers which are sunburned.
Absolutely. Extremely interesting. And if you don't know paintings of Andrzej Borowski, or you are interested in him, go and visit Katarzyna Napiórkowska Gallery, when right now there is an exhibit of his art. And thank you for watching Poland Daily Culture.